5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Really hard to have someone come tell you what to do when you're so lost. I feel like when I was lost, I didn't want to hear anything from anybody. I wanted to figure it out. And for me, I figured out, okay, it's my environment. Like birds of a feather flock together.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo.
You had that third failure in a row. Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, and you don't really love it, you're going to give up.
All my boys been working, ain't no day when nobody's certain that this life is gonna end perfect.
Yo, so what just happened, man? What did we just talk about, bro?
We just talked about life. We talked about living in LA. We talked about how to spend a lot of money on expensive cars that is not worth it. We talked about how to build a podcast. We talked about how to treat your mother, what sort of gifts to buy your mother, and we talked about, most importantly, how to skip a day of school.
You really have to wait on something that you want to make happen. You don't want it enough. Whether that be going to the gym on a daily basis, whether that be writing a book, starting a brand, if you are not doing it today and tomorrow and the next day consistently, how do you expect to win if you're not doing it on a daily basis? And that's the thing I really want you guys to really focus on today, is that if you want to win, focus on how you're going to do it on the daily active notice. So for example, when I first started writing my book, like I said, I had an idea, I wrote it down, but if I did that only, nothing would have came about. It was the...
I love this 20. Not too much I'm trying to do. Yeah. From the moment I wake up, I start packing all my stuff. Tell the homies, tell the family, I gotta keep on going. From the moment I wake up, I start packing all my stuff. Tell the homies, tell the family, I gotta keep on going. I don't know what day it is, I don't know what month it is. I can't love a girl because I'm way too much in love with this. Different states, different countries, crossing different continents. Self-belief.
Everybody wants to put grind on their shirt, but you actually banged out 44 episodes. I'd also say that you can use Instagram stories as an alternate universe to your Instagram.
Yeah, that's like for a personalization of everything to keep capture the day-to-day, of course.
Yep.
What's going on, everyone? Casey Adams here with Mr. Grant Cardone. Today we're going to be number 57 of the Rise of the Young podcast.
57, man.
Yeah, you know what it is. So today we're going to be talking about personal branding.
How'd I get pushed so far in the list, man?
Dude, you know? We've just been going hard with it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, today we're going to be talking about personal branding, sales, and the impact of young entrepreneurship and starting young. So Grant, really appreciate you coming on. What's going on, everyone? Casey Adams here. Today we got the homie Mike Metzger with us today, and First off, Mike, I really appreciate you coming on. It's about to be a sick podcast.
So I'm 28 years old. I live in Richmond, Virginia. I run a marketing agency here called RVA Social. And what we do is we service all kinds of different clients through digital marketing. So whether it's running advertising.
Most people think that you need to be extremely intelligent and have all of this extraordinary information in your head to become wildly successful and rich. And so there are plenty of people in your life that will tell you that you can't do things, that you can't make money, you'll never get rich. Down whatever that picture of success is for yourself, you will ultimately achieve it. But you gotta make sure that you stay dumb enough. Because if you think about the things too much that might stop you, you'll convince yourself to stop before anybody else can even get to you. So you really gotta focus on what's important, put your blinders on, and be so stupid that you don't listen to anybody. So right now I'm walking down one of the most beautiful private beaches that our planet has to offer. And it's got me thinking about what in the world I had to do to ever be here or to ever deserve this or see a place like this. And the message that I want to share with you is that your number one priority should be yourself. To be able to move forward in your life and become successful or travel the world or find an amazing relationship, you have to develop yourself. There are some amazing people in your life right now, but not everybody is meant to be in your life forever. My opinion is that you have to have the pig-headed discipline to cut off the fat in your life. It's mandatory. There's no way you can move forward if you're surrounding yourself with people that drag you down. You are who you surround yourself with. You are where you are in your life because you've chosen to be there. I don't care what excuses you have. I don't care what you think may have happened to you in your life. We all have things that we didn't expect to happen. It doesn't matter. You can choose to be a winner or you can choose to whine about it like everybody else, right?
Look how I came out of poverty. Money on gold like Monopoly. I turn a squad to a company. Niggas ain't hustling properly. Get money to a nigga bleed out. Kush got a nigga keyed out my mind. What I eat don't make these shit, don't count my dimes. Stay off of my lawn. You a snake in the grass with a mouth full of venom. Just waiting to pass. Over time gotta ease my mind. Keep it smoking. Buck 20 on the highway coasted with the rose bottle open. Yeah. You better get it while you can. You only get one chance. Like your high school crush at your last year's prime. You only get one dance. I stay dreaming, mansion living, Bentley riding show.
You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward.
What's going on, guys? It's Brody Kerner. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how the law of attraction actually works. If you are expressing gratitude is good, and you're still putting in the action, you're going to attract more good into your life. This is very, very important. You always have to be putting in the action. Like, have you ever heard the law of attraction doesn't work without the law of action? That is super true. You always got to be putting in the work.
Like a brother and a mentor to me. Brody Kerner, come on up, bro.
That I used to create a 7-figure net worth by the age of 25. Now, let's talk about some statistics. 27% of people are financially free. Only 3% of people are considered to be wealthy. 80% of people hate their job. Who's ever been in a job that they hated? Yeah, look at that. 40% of people have student loan debt, and 65% of individuals over the age of 65 have less than $25,000 in retirement. You guys, it is time for an all-out assault. You have to go all in on your life and on your business. Let's talk about the motherboard, okay? This is what I like to call subconscious reprogramming. You have to see where you are going in order to believe it. Because the future that you fuel up top will become a fact. Here's Read, Think, and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Excellent. So, Napoleon Hill developed what he called the principle of accurate thinking. Whenever he was interviewing all the successful individuals that he did for his book, he found that they had one character trait in common. And he defined this as accurate thinking.
Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning Island. We are with Brody Kern, and he has mastered the new psychology of productivity. Waking up wealthy? Sign me up.
It was simply because I encountered a point in my life where I was building businesses. I was, at a young age, I was making the level of income that I always thought I wanted to make, but I wasn't feeling that fulfillment. I wasn't, I was overweight. I wasn't spiritual at all. My relationship was suffering. The only thing that was going well in my life was business. Self-mastery is the whole play for me. It's the prerequisite to success. You take ownership of the situation, it no longer has power over you. If I take ownership, nobody else can tell me how my life is going to go. I didn't realize that I had these 3 anchors dragging across the ground, and that's my mind, body, spirit. So we call it our MBSB system, mind, body, spirit, business. And, until I started focusing on the MBS, those anchors eventually for me became motors. How do you show up in your body? How do you show up in your mindset? Are you focused? Are you disciplined? Right? The thoughts that aren't in your conscious mind, the subconscious mind, you need those to be all in.
I say still I stand. Hey, it's shouted here I am. Hey, never had you seen in your lifetime a more divine southern rapper with a swag like mine, facing all kind of time, but smile like I'm fine.
I've had a new podcast called Millennial Potential Show, and so far the topics that we've been able to talk about have stemmed around things that have really changed my life recently. Things like attraction by action, the law of attraction, things like networking, masterminding, branding. So I want to jump on here real quick and say, these things, if you are able to master them in your own life, and if you're able to at least utilize them in your own way, however way you think is most impactful for yourself and your own businesses, your own goals, these things are inevitably going to allow you to do things that you think are impossible otherwise, right? So masterminding is something that has changed my life. Being able to learn from people that have done things that I admire, that I aspire to do. Networking has changed my life. Networking with people in the right places, on the right places, through the right channels, through the right platforms, in person, online, following up with people that I network with. All of these things changed my life because you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with most. And you're not going to always find the right people and stumble into the right people. It's going to be something that you progressively work on and you progressively build your network. Branding has changed my life. It's something that if you can brand effectively and spread the right message to the right people and get it across multiple channels and reach the right people and provide real value, it's something that can create energy that you can then take and use that as momentum, and you can use that energy to catapult yourself to the next level.
Last question. I see that your brain is hustle.
Yes, sir.
What is hustle to you?
Hustle means to me that, so we call it hustle culture is the family, attraction by action is the movement. And what we're really trying to do is create a family of hustlers. You're all trying to make moves, you're all trying to make moves, I'm all trying to make moves. Why don't we connect with each other? Why don't we have an environment where it's not just about wearing hustle on a t-shirt, but attraction by action. Attraction by action to me is the law of attraction and the law of action combined. So if people understand the law of gravity, for example, we're not floating around, but they don't necessarily realize that the law of attraction, the law of action are 2 very, very real things, right? So for me, attraction by action is taking those things and applying the physics behind it into your life. So physics says that energy and matter are the only 2 things that exist in raw form in the universe, and that matter comes from energy, and that thought is the highest form of energy. So that means that thoughts actually become things from a physics standpoint. So how do you get that message out to the youth? I was somebody that was younger, maybe getting in trouble while doing the wrong things. How do I go to my 15, 16-year-old self and get a sales funnel, like Russell Brunson talks about with sales funnels? How do I get a sales funnel into myself so that I am into this lifestyle before I go through the negative stuff? So for me, attraction by action and hustle is an opportunity to connect with people and create a community and help people change their lives together by having that community of support around you. You know what I mean, man? I can definitely see you on that stage next year, bro. I appreciate you, boss.
Take this shit up when they started to doubt me. Better be thinking about commas around me. Better be stacking some dollars around me. Hands in the sky, show me that you fly, fly. What more can I say but alright, Sound good? Listen. What more can I say, but I'm about my paper. Take you from that Benz drop back to that 108 bus. I swear my mind was made up. I gotta get my cake up. They said that I'm too anxious, but I ain't got no time to wait.
I got some shooters that's playing the field. Now I got labels that's offering deals. Racing the clock, I got no time to chill. I think it's funny they doubted me still. All of my focus on making a meal. All that I talk, I be getting for real.
Fun of it.
No way. Fucking no way. Yeah. I'm the same old kid with the high school dreams. Got my eye on the prize. Get it by any means, just go. Push your pedal to the floor. Game up in my hands, and bitch, I'll never let it go. Die for this shit, I would. No matter what they say, always knew that I could. There are things that I won't let them take from me. There are dreams that I won't let them take from me. Oh yeah. All my life I knew I could fantasize about living good. Fuck the tens, I want the hundreds, yeah. Blue bands, just keep them coming, yeah. Tell the family we finally safe. But when I hop in the red.
What's going on, YouTube world? Austin Lewis here, coming to you guys live with another YouTube video. We're here in the Legacy office right now. You guys haven't seen this. You guys will see this. We just got into this building.
We never struggled with money, but I wanted more because I knew there was something than just the life that I was living or the life that I knew of, which is my parents' life, right? And so at 15, I've always been a sponge to success. If people had the cars that I wanted to drive, if you had the amount of money that I wanted to have, if you had the freedom that I wanted to have, if you had the relationships that I wanted to have, then I would use my ears and my mouth proportionately. I would listen more than I talked around people that had exactly what you want. I've been a firm believer that, you can't listen to a bald dude on how to grow hair, and you can't listen to a guy on how to make $1 million if he's only making 50 grand, right? So, I opened my ears up, I listened more than I talked around those people, and I was just a sponge to success. I was just a sponge at age 15, and by 17, I saw my first business. I got started. It was actually pretty funny. I didn't have the money to get started in my first business. It was like a $730 startup cost, $720 somewhere in there. So I actually used my mom's credit card. I borrowed my mom's credit card and swiped $720 on that sucker, and the rest has been history. It was in a network marketing company. For a couple of years, I never made any money, or any real money, I should say. But I had a blast. I learned a lot about myself, and I was able to surround myself with like-minded people. And that's where I really saw the true vision of everything. And then about, I want to say 3 years after getting started in network marketing at age 17, so I was 20 years old, I got started in a weight loss coffee company. And that's where my entire paradigm shifted, because I started making money that I was never used to making that type of money. And it was absolutely incredible. But I was also new to the industry. I was also new to making the type of money that I was making. And, we built a team of, I want to say an active 4,000 or 5,000 active people ordering products on a monthly basis. Again, this was in network marketing. And by age 20, I reached the top of one of the top ranks in the company. At age 20, I was actually the youngest diamond in the entire country out of like 150,000 people. I was like number 44. So that's when things started getting really wild, and that's really where I had the realization that there's so much more to this life than we really know, because you don't know what you don't know. And so by age 20, I was making a 6-figure income. By age 21, I was featured in Prosper magazine. Through that company, I then started to diversify because one of my mentors said the average millionaire has 7 incomes. And I just knew that, in today's age in the world, there's so many platforms. There's a million ways to make $1 million. And I truly believe that, you know, if you have a cell phone, you know, if you have a smartphone and it's not turning into an ATM, then you definitely have a dumb phone. You know, if this thing is not making you money, then you're doing it all wrong, man, because that's how most of the money today is being made. It's crazy. I just saw a statistic yesterday that, you know, there's 14, 15, 16-year-old kids that are making 30 to 40 to 50 million dollars, and they're going to be richer than the people that are actually famous. So it's a crazy world we live in. So
New Tray 90. This is for people who are serious about losing weight. 12 weeks of a strict plan. And this isn't like the other weight loss programs that cost $400 to $500 a week. That's extremely out of the budget, doesn't prepare your food for you, just kind of gives you the program and you're on your own. This gives you a two-pronged approach with a full team in place in order for you to get results and lose weight. That team consists of myself, Jessica, our full-time dietitian, and a fitness coach. What Jessica does, she tells you exactly what to order, how to order. If you have any kind of bumps along the road, we could fix it, adjust, and move forward. The fitness coach will tell you exactly what to work out based on your schedule. If you want to lose tummy fat, she gives you workouts based on that. If you want to lose, you want to maintain, whatever that goal is, we're here as a team to get you to that goal within that 12-week program. This is results driven. It's definitely affordable, and we're definitely excited to get you guys on board. Check it out, New Tray 90.
Alright guys, this is Justin. We just got the paperwork back from 2018. We just donated 30,000 meals in 2018 alone. So kind of the way it works with us, my New Tray meal plans, is we allocate a certain budget of meals per week within our production to go towards donation. This year in 2018 was 30,000 meals to the local homeless shelters in and around Boston. We're really excited about it. In 2019, we're looking to double that, but it's a huge thing.
My whole thing is not to be average. I noticed very early on that most lender-realtor relationships are one-way streets. All the value is going one way, no value is being done the other, and hopefully they can do their job good. What I'm telling you is I can close the loan, keep you communicated. That's all standard. That should be standard. Unfortunately, the standards are low. I can do all that, plus, here's what I also do. We wanted to do more business, but the last thing we wanted to do is spend more money. We took some of our marketing budget, actually kept spending the same amount of money, put it into Facebook ads, and we got 3 pre-approved buyers in the first month. He's now working with them trying to find them a house. Do hashtag Long Island real estate. Name a marketplace. Do hashtag, oh, that's gonna be easy. Hashtag New Jersey real estate, just put it at the search bar. What's cool is you can also, instead of following a profile, you can also follow a hashtag. What's your job now? Again, celebrity and expert in your marketplace. Engage with this hashtag. Look, there's 46,000 posts. Now, what I recommend before you go DMing every realtor in your marketplace, make sure you build your profile. Because the first thing that they're gonna do, and we do it it's superficial, but it's who we are as people. The first thing they do is go to your profile and judge and see if they're gonna answer. My content says you wanna answer me.
I had to know what it feel like. I run it up when I hit the mall. We pushing foreigns in real life. I turn my dreams into real life. They wanna know what it feel like. They wanna know what it feel like. They wanna know what it feel like.
You are, and let's go into your story.
Let's go. So my name is Nani. I just stated, thank you for that intro. I am the fearless leader, really bad crowd. Started selling drugs, started hanging around drug dealers, started doing bad things, creating bad habits. With that, it didn't open doors for me. The only doors that it opened was juvenile cells. And from there, I always knew that I wanted more, but I felt like I couldn't do more. I just felt, why me? My sad life. This is what it is. And then one day, I got the news that I was having a little girl. And I decided, well, if I'm going to have a little me in this world, I got to make sure that I set the best example. The drug dealing, I stopped hanging out with the bad people, but then I got into a new habit. I fell in love with sales. And when I fell in love with sales, the community that I was in was like the Wolf of Wall Street. Like, I swear to you, go in there, the bosses every Friday buying us drinks, taking us out. You got heels, you go to the big strip club in Miami, which is Tootsie's. And I'm 21 years old.
There's a Tootsie's in Miami also?
Yeah, it's a big... I got to live the title of being a dropout, being someone that got arrested consistently, someone that started dealing with a drug habit, and then someone that had a kid at 18. You know, so for me, when I fell in love with this sales, I felt important. I had people calling me Miss. I had people asking me to look up their file, and I had clients. So I fell in love with that concept of respect. And then I also fell in love with the concept of like the mind, because anything that I put myself to do, I achieved. And I was the only girl there. It was 5 people when I first started. 4 years down the line, I was training all 60 people that were on the floor, creating systems. And with that, I thought, okay, I'm making great money. I'm in a better position, but I didn't realize every Thursday, football night, I'm going to go drink with the guys. Every Friday, I'm super hungover and I realized, like, dude, like, there has to be more to this. Like, you can't tell me now I got the money and now I have a new habit. Out the window, I noticed I'm in jail. And I'm banging on the door, I had my girlfriend in there. Like, is she okay? She's like, let's just say you totaled your car and you have no bond. I thought I killed her. With titles, I literally thought I killed challenges. And my title from everybody was, loser, not gonna make it. Okay, you got a dream, but you're just a dreamer. And I literally was living that, like, just living the dream. And that same day, I got back. I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I got to go get something from Ashley's. I was planning on killing myself. I was really planning on killing myself. And I say this because this pivotal point of drinking and driving and the suicidal moment was the thing that changed me. Because I actually had a friend run up to me right before I jump in because they just felt like my message was so weird. And that's where I go, the jetties, when I want my friend just tackled me. And I look and she's like, why can't you see that it's not no one that doesn't love you? It's you that doesn't love you. And why can't you see that everyone believes in you and it's you that doesn't believe in you? Like, if you were to leave right now, what would you leave? And I just thought about them, like, wow, like, no. So it took a lot of finding myself, and it took a lot of mistakes. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell you hey, I had it good my whole entire life, or say, hey, I did the perfect things, because I didn't. Being that I made those mistakes and had those challenges and had those experiences and adversities, it really brought me a solution to this problem. What do I need to change? And I think it's more or less my 5 C's that I go to. Consciousness. You need to have that consciousness of, this is where I'm at. And then there goes the confession. You know, I give myself consciousness, and then I give myself confession. You have to admit to yourself what you're doing wrong. You have to admit to yourself your truths. You have to admit to yourself those skeletons in your closet that you're like,
so those were 2 C's. What are the other 3?
I have consciousness, confession, clarity, commitment, and consistency. And I could explain it to you. So I feel that at the place that you need to be is conscious. You need to be conscious of your surrounding. What's my starting point? Where's my ship pointing? Where am I pointing? Once you have that consciousness, now you have to Empower Accountability Group, also known as the Empower Tribe, is exactly how it sounds. It's a powerful community that wants to put the right resources in front of you. It's a community that wants to recharge you and put routine into your life. With that, I bring in different power players weekly daily really, to come in and speak to us and give us insight on their entrepreneur journey, as well as how we can increase our income or increase ourselves in business and life and in wellness. With that being said, the Empower Accountability Group focuses on 3 areas of your life: business, personal, and health. And I hold you accountable to executing on the next level. Know that you're in power of your life. You getting in power. You can't get power if you're not in power. You can't be great if you're not great. And I think actually having a community that's like, hey, this isn't what's wrong with you, but this is what's right with you. Because I think there's so many leaders that are like, this is what's wrong, this is what's wrong, this is wrong, this is what you need to do. I want to be that leader that's like, hey, this is what's right with you, and this is what we should do. I'm going to impact 100,000 people this year. Like, it's going to happen. And that's it. But now I launched my group, and now I have a 6K a month right now.
At home, everybody that's listening right now, you're not going to get there overnight, but you have to take the first step.
While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
I run it up when I hit the mall. We pushing forwards in real life. I turn my dreams into real life. They wanna know what it feel like. They wanna know what it feel like. They wanna know what it feel like. Came up from nothing to real life. Came up from nothing to real life. Don't know what it feel like. I turn my dreams into real life. I turn my dreams into real life.
What more can I say but alright, sound good. Listen, what more can I say, but I'm about my paper. Take you from that Benz drop back to that 108 bus. I swear my mind was made up. I gotta get my cake up. They said that I'm too anxious, but I ain't got no time to wait, bruh. Gotta lay my demonstration, and when they sleep, I gotta stay up. I just want a grand stay.